My name is Dan3152, and welcome to my pizza eating ASMR channel. Today, we'll be eating some delicious vegan cauliflower crust pizza. You can still hear it in my mouth. Crunchy. It's savory. Hold on, there's some stuck in my teeth. And for a sideshow, you can hear me drink some water.
Hello, and welcome to my channel. My name is Dan3152, and today I'll be talking about the 5 characters I want in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate as DLC. And this is all part of the 5 Days of Smashmas, something I'm doing for my channel where each day I release a video that has to do with a topic pertaining to the new Super Smash Bros. Game until its release on December 7th, 2018. So for this list, originally I was going to talk about each character I want in order from the one I desire the least to the one I desire the most of the top 5 I desire. But doing that, I could literally take up like 45 minutes just talking about that. And I don't really want to do that for like a first video in a series, so I'm going to try to keep it a little shorter. And I was going to delve into movesets and taunts and outfits and all that, but I think I'm going to leave that to like an individual video for each character. So I'm just going to run through each one. So for number 5, I have Waluigi. Waluigi is a very popular character. He is known throughout the Mario series through the various Mario sports games. Waluigi debuted in Mario Tennis, where he had this absolutely hideous looking face. I don't know why anyone would have chosen to play as him, because he looked hella dumb. So he made his debut in Mario Tennis, and since then he's never been in a mainstream Mario game, but he's been in almost every Mario sports game, party game, racing game. So being a part of those, that would be kind of his representation. Whereas Mario and Luigi represent their series, he would represent a certain aspect of their series. And I'm not going to get into the moveset, but even though I've come up with some, and I'll do that on a later date. I think he's probably the most asked for character to date. So then if people aren't asking for him anymore, they'll probably have to find something else to beg for. So it'll probably be Goku, and the Goku train will rise, and then that will be horrible because Goku's never going to be in this game. So anyways, my number 4 pick would be Pokemon. Now, when it comes to Pokemon, you gotta understand that there's a new game coming out next year, probably around October, November, December-ish. And if DLC is going to be released at that same time, it's in Nintendo's best interest to choose Pokemon from that game. So I can't really talk about which one's a good fit, because I don't know what those Pokemon are yet, because there's not even like a teaser for it. So the next best thing would be to talk about if I wanted one, which one would it be from the existing ones? And if I had to choose one, it would be Gengar. And the reason it would be Gengar is because I feel like Gengar would fit well in Smash. He's already in the other Pokemon fighting game. He would be unorthodox, kind of floaty. His moveset I could go into at a different time, but he's a good size, and he's not heavy. He'd be very unorthodox. His moveset would be very kind of like strategic rather than just brute force like Incineroar is going to be, or like K. Rool, or like Lucario. So I think they could do a lot with Pokemon. With Gengar specifically. There's other ones I'd like to see. I'd like to see like Bisharp, I think would be cool in Smash. Dragonite. All those I think are really good fits. But of all of them, I would want to see Gengar the most. Plus Gengar is one of my favorites. So my number 3 character would be a character from, this is kind of specific, but a character from Donkey Kong 64. And the reason I choose a character from this is, number one, Donkey Kong, up until K. Rool was mentioned, only had two characters, which is Diddy Kong and Donkey Kong. And with K. Rool, that's two good guys and the bad guy. They all have very specific moves and ways they could play. It would adapt very well to Smash. You could incorporate the guns they use depending on which one you choose. They're sort of like their special abilities, their attacks, kind of, you could just play into those. Lanky would be cool because he's kind of floaty and stretchy, and that works well in this type of game. Tiny Kong also would be cool because of her agility, her floatiness, her attack style. And the same with Funky Kong, him being a big one, kind of like Donkey Kong, but very strong. So I think any of those would be a really good fit. And like I said, I'm not going into movesets. So it's just off personal opinion and why they would fit well. The next character, my number 2 pick, is Paper Mario. For the last 3, one of them was what the fans want the most, one of them was what's the most likely to happen, and the other one was a bit of personal choice. This next one is also personal choice because it's what I want. This is my channel. I run this shit. So I'm choosing Paper Mario. And the reason I'm choosing Paper Mario is, for one, look at him. He's so cute. He's so adorable. So I think Paper Mario would be a good fit. He's kind of wacky. He's 2D, which isn't something we've never seen before because of Game & Watch. So he'd be a good fit. His play style would be sort of like the game, jump around, not crazy high, but he can still jump. He would use his hammer a lot, use his partners from the first 2 games. He could also use stickers from the last 2 games. I mean, if you really need to, personally, screw the stickers, stick with the first 2 games. That would be the best, but that's a personal opinion only thing. I know Nintendo probably would have to incorporate the other parts. And incorporating the partners, I think, would be a really good fit with the Smash Bros formula. So I think Paper Mario would be a great fit. Like I said, it's a lot of personal opinion on this one. I love the games as a kid. To see a character from one of my favorite games in one of my other favorite games is kind of like a dream come true. And of course, I'll talk about it in detail later, but yeah, it'd be amazing. Alright, last but not least, my number 1 pick for DLC for Smash Bros. Ultimate is none other than the man himself, Sora from Kingdom Hearts. And this one is a mix of personal opinion with most likely to happen with what the fans want. So it's the trifecta. He is super fit for the game. He comes from a game all about fighting. He slings around a giant dildo-looking key. And, I mean, you know Sora gets all the women. I mean, look at him. And for this game, it's fitting because of Kingdom Hearts 3 coming out in January. I think if he was going to be a DLC, I think either the first one or the one that comes out near E3 would be when he's announced. If there was ever going to be a time for him to be included in the game, it's now. And Cloud's already in the game, and he's from Square, and Sora's from Square. Also, his moveset would just be phenomenal. It practically makes itself, honestly. The only tricky part gets into like his final smash, because if you try to incorporate Donald and Goofy, it gets kind of sticky with Disney. You know, Disney's a bunch of stingy douches. The reason I want him in the game so much is because Kingdom Hearts series is one of my favorite series of all times. I've beat the games like a lot of times, and I'm gonna end up beating them again before the new one comes out. So yeah, it's kind of 2 favorite games crossing over. It would be amazing. Thank you all for tuning in. If you like this video, please feel free to like it, share it, subscribe, all that good stuff. And also leave in the comments your top 5 DLC picks, and if Goku's one of them, add on there what age you were when your parents dropped you on the head. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
That was some spicy water.
Oh shit. I shouldn't have tried to make noise with it. I ended up breathing water in.